Guten Morgen, Monica.
Guten Morgen.
Thanks for joining us today. Are you ready for your 73 questions?
Let's do this.
All right, let's start off. Tell us your name, what you're doing here at KLU, and where you're from originally.
I am Monica Magana. I come from Mexico. I'm an industrial engineer and I recently graduated from the Masters in Global Logistics and Supply Chain Management.
Congrats.
Thank you.
So why did you choose KLU in the first place?
I always wanted to do my Masters in Germany and I wanted to deepen my knowledge in logistics, so KLU was a perfect fit.
Sounds like it. So are you happy so far with your choice for KLU?
Definitely.
And if you had to choose one song to describe your uni experience, what would you choose?
I would say Angels from Robbie Williams.
A classic. What's your all-time favorite thing about KLU?
I would say the view, what we're seeing right now, so.
Clearly. And what does a KLU stereotype look like to you?
I would say the German punctuality.
And where are we right now?
We're in front of the campus and between the Elbphilharmonie and KLU.
And how close are we to campus, would you say?
5 minutes walk.
Perfect. And is this your favorite spot near campus?
Yes, and also Speicherstadt, which is also walking distance.
Lovely. And your favorite lunch spot near campus?
There's a nice coffee shop around the corner from the university. That's
Perfect.
really nice.
Favorite food?
The Franzbrötchen.
Favorite go-to place in Hamburg?
I would say to hang out with friends, the Sternschanze in St. Pauli.
Nice. Any other spots you want to mention?
Probably also Eimsbüttel and the Portugiesenviertel.
Perfect. What was the best KLU student party, in your opinion?
There was the Oscars night. There's an event that we organize to present our own projects, but we also make a big party out of it.
Love that. Classic KLU. What would you say a typical party outfit for that is?
I would say formal and casual.
Okay.
It depends.
Good mix.
Also on the event.
And what's special about you? Any passions you want to share with us?
Well, I love to rap in German, but I also love to learn new languages and dance flamenco.
Are you going to do any German raps for us?
If we go for drinks later, probably yes.
Perfect. What about the libraries on campus? How many are there?
There's only one.
Okay, and what's the vibe of it? Is it social? Is it silent?
Both. It has both sides.
And what are you doing usually when you're not on campus?
I like to hang out with my friends and discover new spots in the city.
Would you say you feel safe in the city in Hamburg?
I come from Mexico. I do feel safe in Hamburg.
Are there any special events on campus you want to share with us?
There's also the Startup Day, which is an event in which more than 50 startups come and present what the new technologies and how they're contributing to the industry, in which you can also make like a good networking for that.
Sounds very cool.
Yeah.
What would you say a typical sentence or phrase you hear every day on campus is?
The "Do you speak KLU?" question, always.
And what's a typical student outfit on campus?
I would say jeans, nice jumper, and of course a jacket. I mean, it's Hamburg, it's always raining.
Right. So is campus full of fashionistas or no?
Just a few of them, I would say. Not a
Okay,
lot.
okay. And how would you describe the vibe of campus?
I think it's quite chill and open in general.
Favorite place to study on campus?
The breakout rooms. I need somewhere noisy to study.
And how many hours a day would you say you spend studying?
It's hard to say. So during exams period, I would say roughly between 12 and 14 hours. But in a regular basis, mostly like 5 hours. It's enough.
And so how many hours of sleep do you get per night?
That's a good one. I would say an average 7 hours.
Okay, not too bad, not too bad. And how do you get to uni in the mornings?
By bus.
Perfect. How international is the student body at KLU?
Very. So it's 50% international and 50% Germans.
So would you say KLU is pretty diverse?
I would definitely say so.
Does KLU need any more diversity?
I think there's always room for improvement, but it's already good.
All right, let's talk about school life a little bit. So if you could describe the classes you take in 3 words, how would you do so?
I would say they're very interactive, they're small and organized.
And how would you describe your professors in 3 words?
Very organized, professional, and highly competent.
That sounds good. Do they have an open door policy usually?
Most of the times.
And what's a typical class size in your opinion?
An average 25 students.
Okay. Favorite class?
Leadership and organizational behavior, highly recommended, and strategic issues in supply chain management.
Perfect. And what was the biggest surprise after starting at KLU?
the workload that we have.
Ah, first impression when you walked into the campus building?
How friendly the people were. The receptionists were extremely nice.
Perfect. So what's the administration like?
Always eager to help and very open.
All right, so back to you. How many languages do you speak?
I speak 5 languages.
And what are they?
Spanish, of course, English, German, French, and Italian.
Ah, and so do you think German is essential to living in Hamburg?
It's not essential, but it's certainly helpful.
What about to studying at KLU?
Most of the things at the university are in English, so not necessary.
Okay, sounds good. How do you de-stress usually?
I like to go out for a run around San Planten and Blumen, usually.
Is that your go-to way to keep fit as well?
For me, yes.
Nice. Does KLU offer training facilities if you wanted to do that on campus?
There's a small gym that you can sign up for, and that's it.
Yeah, and would you describe KLU students in general as athletic?
I would say so. Everyone's always trying to keep fit.
Okay. What about the best and worst things about Hamburg?
The best thing is it's very international, but the worst thing, I would say the weather.
You never know.
That's true.
If you could change one thing about KLU, what would it be?
There's not a lot to change. I would say the amount of breakout rooms.
Keep them coming. So why do you think KLU chose you?
In my case, it was a little bit different because I came as an exchange student and then I loved the program, so I transferred the credits to do my whole master's in here.
Very nice. And where do you live in Hamburg?
In Baumwall.
Nice. Did you bring anything with you from home that's sentimental when you came to study?
Yes. Chili and tequila.
Classic.
Fulfilling the Mexican stereotype.
And what's your best tip for juggling social life and school life here at KLU?
I would say to be very open and always trying to find the common grounds between the different cultures.
Nice. And if you could describe the KLU spirit a little bit, how would you do so?
I would say it's very chill and competitive.
All right. So do you think academically KLU is usually competitive, or do people help each other out?
We are competitive among each other, but we're always eager to help each other at the same time.
Good balance. Number one tip for success at KLU?
Prepare in advance and always reach out to professors for advice and further opportunities.
And what do you value most about KLU?
I would say the experience of being in such a private university gives you the opportunity to connect with different people from around the world and share the different perspectives of how supply chains are managed around the world.
That sounds lovely. Do most KLU graduates leave with a job?
In a general basis, they do.
And how would you describe KLU's professional network? Do they help you get in touch with professionals in different companies?
There are certainly opportunities in which you can meet KLU alumni, but also other professionals for the industry throughout the year. There are certain events going on.
And are you optimistic about what comes after KLU?
I would say so, but it's 2020, so it's hard to tell.
You never know. Crazy times are in.
Yes.
And what will you miss the most when you graduate from KLU tomorrow?
I would say my KLU family and friends.
Should everyone who watches this video apply to KLU?
For sure.
And why is that?
Honestly, it was an amazing experience for me, and I think it's a very good opportunity to kickstart your international career.
I'd have to agree with you. Those are our 73 questions, so thanks for joining.
Thank you very much.